One other thing. We have a mouse problem.
With the what now? I'll catch it, sir.
Hey Cinemark, Dave Rispoli here, chatting with the star of the much-anticipated Tom and Jerry, Chloë Grace Moretz. Chloë, these are two iconic characters, but what can fans expect with this new, fresh version?
So many things. You know, I think just in the gist of it, imagine them in the big city, in the Big Apple, with everything at their disposal, and just imagine what kind of havoc they can wreak. So it was definitely fun to see them really get out of their own little zone and into the real world.
And absolutely. Now, tell us a little bit about your character, Kayla, and kind of how she fits into this world.
Kayla is a young woman who just lost her job, and she ends up heading to this hotel, and a job pretty much falls in her lap, and she tells a pretty big white lie to get herself in way over her head. And she's put to the test when they try to rid the hotel of a mouse problem. So she hires Tom to get rid of Jerry, but she doesn't know that they go way back, like 81 years back in their rivalry.
Well, what do you think it is about Tom and Jerry that is so beloved by so many generations?
Well, here's what I've kind of, I guess I boiled it down to. I'm a twin, and so I have a twin sister, 3 minutes older, something like that. And I just noticed that we got into a lot of fights. Most of those fights were because of me. And I just think that when it comes down to it, whether it's a sibling or it's friends or family or any other family member, we kind of, when we're young, we love fighting. And then on top of that, when you get a chance to destroy a room over and over again and not get thrown out, there's something about that that family aspect, this love of being able to argue honestly and kind of openly, and then know that person's always going to have your back and always be there for you. It's I think there's something in that, the fun of it, that we all love. Absolutely.
The fun bickering between siblings.
Yes.
Nothing's better than that.
Nothing better.
Why should Tom and Jerry be experienced on the big screen?
We gave them some really amazing situations to be in. You know, when this, you know, what we all know this, if you do know the cartoon, what we know about it is they were always, for the most part, in a small home that seemed to go on for miles, but it was always a home. And here we found a what better place than New York, where chaos can ensue and these guys just create havoc. And then of course we put them in a hotel. So it's kind of like a house times 10, or times 100. And just gave them a platform where they can really go crazy and you can see a lot of destruction. Not only are the visuals really, really cool, we've also done a really crazy thing with sound and just had a lot of fun with it.
Final question, if you had to choose, Team Tom or Team Jerry, you have a preference?
It's definitely, it's controversial, but I choose Tom. I just like him more. I think he's so silly and so sweet, and Jerry's got this in spades. I'm not gonna keep filling his head with more compliments.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Tom, you feel bad for Tom sometimes, absolutely.
That's exactly it. I have a real soft spot in my heart for him.
Well, we absolutely love them together, and this movie is so much fun, folks. You're not gonna wanna miss seeing Chloë and Tom and Jerry. So make sure to get your tickets at Cinemark.com.
For picture of these mouses, tweet it out to Instabook Face or TikTok. We will be ruined.
No, sir, that's not gonna happen. That rodent is toast.
Everybody in the wealthy house.